Now, there was some concern ahead of the PyeongChang Olympics, the extreme cold. Some Olympians worried about security, and at the last minute arranging for North Korea to send its athletes and officials. But as our EG1 reports, the overwhelming majority of visitors and spectators say the games were a success. Here's a look at some of the highs and lows.
From tears of joy, sighs of disappointment to exhilarating excitement, the past 17 days of the PyeongChang Winter Olympics were packed with incident and raw emotions. Now that the event is over, many are looking back at their February in South Korea's alpine town of PyeongChang and the sub-host city of Gangneung. Many commented on how it was a huge success.
I've been to 16 Olympics now, winter and summer. I thought this was one of the best ones I've ever been to in terms of organization, in terms of logistics, in terms of just the quality of the infrastructure. You want it to be as easy as possible to move around and to enjoy the games.
The friendliness of the locals and volunteers was also praised.
We've been really impressed by how nice actually all the locals have been to us and how especially patient, because we don't speak any Korean, and even with a very wide language barrier, everyone's been really accommodating.
Of the many highlights was North Korea's participation in the games. While the decision and process was initially controversial, people say these exchanges prove the Olympics is more than just a sporting event.
Not just bold, but I think it sent a message to the world. And there's really only one place that could do that, and that is here in South Korea and here in PyeongChang. And a lot of people say, oh, but that's, politics hijacking the games. No, actually, this is not a story about politics. This is a story about people.
The bone-chilling temperatures during the games was a major concern, and it caused a number of snow events to be postponed. But journalists who've covered numerous Winter Olympics say cold is not a problem for winter sports.
Olympics are so big, there are always going to be issues, and those certainly were issues. In terms of the weather, yeah, it was very cold the first week, but in a way, this is the Winter Olympics. They're supposed to be cold.
Visitors also suggested room for improvements.
I think that they should have taught English to most of the workforce, because sometimes, well, I don't speak Korean, and as a foreigner, it was hard for me to get the information.
It wasn't that expensive to book a place to stay, but I came here to watch numerous events on different days, and there weren't many vacancies.
With a general consensus that the PyeongChang Olympics were a success, many visitors said one of the best legacies of the Games is that South Korea took a step forward in presenting itself to the world, and the world got to know Korea better as well. 이지원, 아리랑 뉴스, 평창.